So Silinos has recently disclosed for the public that the new material is being mixed right now. What can you tell us about that? Is Andy Sneap involved in the process?
Yeah, we have completed our new album. It was done. It was finished in 2 weeks ago. So we have now been focusing the 2 last years. We have been working on this new record, and we started the recording process the 1st of February. So it was up until 2 weeks ago. It was complete. So now we're focusing on the other aspects. With the artworks, pictures, and music videos, and also we're about to start focusing on the coming year with the touring and stuff. So we hope we will have the album out by fall, and then we will start the world tour in the beginning of 2018. That's the plan so far.
Is there any special concept behind the album, like for example the lyrics or the artwork?
Yeah, absolutely, but I cannot share all these details with you at this point because the album is not going to be out until fall. So I'm going to be very secretive when it comes to revealing too many details with the new album. But what I can say about it is that we are very, very happy with it. The production is great. It sounds very epic and big, and the song structures are very well arranged. We also have a massive, big 30-people choir on the record. And it's also progressive, but it also has elements we are known for, even dated back to 93. So I have all the aspects of Dimmu Borgir, and it's more black metal, and it's also primitive parts. Basically a mix of all kinds of different things that we are known for in Dimmu Borgir. So expect the unexpected, so to speak.
Well, I guess it is not just us impatiently waiting for the release. The symphonic elements have definitely become a crucial identity for your band. How would you describe the change along the years as far as such symphonic arrangements are concerned?
What I can say is that it's, Forces of the Northern Night, it puts an end to an area of the band. This new album is starting from a blank page. It has a new, different approach. Yes, it has symphonic elements and atmosphere in it, but it also includes many other types of elements. So a die-hard Dimmu Borgir fan will definitely not be disappointed in this new record, I think. But it's also progressive, and it has a lot of new elements and different things. So it's, just wait and see, basically.
Okay, great. Abrahadabra is approximately 7 years old now. How has the band been managing the intervals in between albums so far?
Well, there's no secret that, it's been 7 years since we released Abrahadabra, but by any means we have not been lazy. You need to be 100% committed, and it's very time consuming, and we have done tours in that connection. We have spent the 2 last years working on the last record. We did a lot of summer festivals in 2014, so a lot of things happening behind the scenes without people actually realizing, So, but I know that people are impatient, and it's been a while since the last record, but at least we have now released the Forces of the Northern Night, and we hope people will appreciate what all the hard work we put into that, and then they can enjoy that release until the new album comes out.
Yeah, well, I guess many in your fan base have been waiting for the next thing. I don't know, have you been feeling any pressure from the industry or fans if you're on the road without any new release? I don't know what it feels like for you.
Of course, to a certain extent, you can feel kind of a pressure of trying to improve and do things better each time you release an album. But in the same time, you have to cut off the world, when you are creative and in a creative mood. You cannot please everybody, because if you see comments on, let's say, Facebook, you have a certain amount of people is like, okay, can you go back in time and do For Alltid again? It's like, no, why should we go back, There is no reason for us to do that as artists. It would make absolutely no sense, so we have to look forward. We don't want to look backwards, We can't please everybody, but we make music from our heart. It's 100% authentic, and either like it or hate it. Both ways are fine with me, But on a band or on our level, of course, there is a certain type of pressure, But as I said, it's important to shut off the world while you are in the moment of being creative with a new record,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Silenos, Galder and you decided to go on as a trio, and the live lineup includes Guerrillo Sandere and classical musicians. We're wondering about how much of their involvement is going to be included for the album you're about to release.
As you said, we are 3 core members of the band, and that works much better for us as a trio instead of having 6 individuals taking decisions. That can create a lot of chaos. So for every decision we make it for a good reason and well thought of. But yeah, of course, the Guerrillo Sandere have also been a part of this band now for over 8 or 9 years already. So yeah, they have also put their signature on this new record as well.
You mentioned Forces of the Northern Lights, which is a magnanimous, one-of-a-kind release in your career. How did the idea for releasing a live video album begin?
Where should I start, and how much time do we got?
Well, if you had to summarize,
yeah,
what would the highlights be?
Well, exactly. It's like if you take a look at the credit list, you can see how many people are actually involved in making something like that happen. So then you can only imagine how much time it takes to sit down and organize and plan this. But we were fortunate to work with very professional team, both from the orchestra and also the people behind the scenes. So we made it happen. We made 2 great shows. And to this date, we can also share this experience with the rest of the world that was not part of these 2 live shows. So this is something totally unique and different, and also, of course, for us as a highlight in the career so far, to be able to have those achievements. So it all comes down to hard work and dedication, and also today I woke up with some really great news that this has entered the chart position number 1 in Germany, Austria, Finland, and Sweden. We are number 1 in the chart position. So that's also tells a lot about dedicated, great fans we have. Even if it's been 7 years, the last people really seem to appreciate what we do. They stick with us, So I'm very proud,
Well, you're one of the hottest bands in the world scene, so to say. I guess that particular album must have been painstaking as far as the technical aspects and the sound engineering are concerned. What would you say was the biggest challenge of putting a DVD together for release with an orchestra?
Well, if I should talk about the performances and the actual shows, then you can only imagine when you play the Wacken Festival on the second show. We had the 35 minutes changeover from the band before, and then we are over 100 people to enter the stage. It's a lot of challenges, and that's a lot of things could go wrong, So this is, of course, a very complicated and sophisticated process. But also, after these shows, just to select all the pieces and the video footage and to master it, to mix it, it's a lot of fucking work. But it feels so great to finally, hold this package in your hand, and especially I think that the Airbook edition is the best edition on this release, which contains both of the shows in Blu-ray editions, and you also have the audio discs as well. Also includes a 48-page booklet of pictures during the Spectrum show, so it's also the lyrics are included and a lot of footage. So it's a really great package, in my opinion, and I'm really happy that we made it happen. It's something to celebrate for sure.
Yeah, personally I like Vredesbyrd live with the classical musicians in the background. Can we expect any songs in Norwegian anytime soon?
Wait and see.
Yeah, of course, top secret information. Well, the band has not been in Latin America for a couple of years, and since we have got a great number of listeners in South America and the Caribbean, we wonder, have we got any plans of coming back soon to the continent?
Yeah, that's all in the planning process these days. So if we will have the old album out in the fall, we will most likely start the world tour in the beginning of 2018. And that will, of course, cover Europe, North America, South America, Japan, Australia, and other countries as well. So it will be, we're planning a world tour in connection with the new release. So, but it's all in the planning process right now. So,
do you know if you're going to make any shows in Colombia?
Yeah, we have been to Colombia many times, and we like Colombia. It's always a pleasure to play in Colombia because it's such a dedicated fans, and they seem to really appreciate when we play live, and it's always a lot of fun when we are there. So I'm sure we will be back in Colombia also.
If I'm not mistaken, you've played in Colombia 3 times. How would you say every show differs from each other?
I'm not the right person to ask that question. I can't remember everywhere we have been because it's been thousands of shows throughout the years. But as far as I remember, at least, I have good experiences from playing in Colombia, and especially being on stage and feeling the energy from the crowd. And to perform a show, it's like a take and give type of situation. The more they give us, the more we give back. So it's all about energies.
Like a feed.
Yeah, and also those energies are very present and powerful each time we play Colombia. So that's what I remember from these shows we have done there before. Yeah.
Okay. We're approaching the final questions now. If you were to summarize the journey from For Alltid to Abrahadabra in retrospective, which would be the milestones throughout the whole trajectory?
If you're referring to just albums, of course I have my favorites, of course, but every album is of course linked to a certain time period of your life. So even if For Alltid if that would come out today, it would not be great, but it was great in '93, so you have to see it like this. But if I have to pick any of my favorites, it will be Death Cult Armageddon are the most complete record I've done, sound-wise and also song structures-wise, so that's something I'm proud of. Also, the Enthroned Darkness Triumphant was a point for us when things really started to take off back in '97. So also album that comes to my mind quickly when I think about our history. And I'm basically proud of what we have done throughout the 25 years. It's pure dedication and hard work.
Alright, before we finish, I don't know how much you would like to tell us about your other projects, Chrome Division, What's cooking for the band, and how do you manage to, keep both activities in parallel going?
Chrome Division has also made a new album. We have made 10 new songs. Hopefully, because I've been very busy with Dimmu Borgir this year, we didn't have the chance to complete it in the studio yet, but we have made 10 new songs for the 5th album. And hopefully we will get more time to recording it this year, but in the same time my main focus right now is Dimmu Borgir, and I have to a lot of work in connection with this new album, so that takes a lot of my time, but whenever we find time we will record a new Chrome Division album also.
Alright, to wrap things up, what would you like to say to the people listening to this podcast?
I'd like to say that we will of course be back in South America. It's a continent, a part of the world we really like to play live, and we will definitely be back. Of course, when the new album is out in the fall, and sometime I can't say specifically date yet, but we will be back, and we will be touring the world from 2018. So watch out for the new album, and I hope you guys also pick up the Forces of Northern Night release. So thank you all for the support.